everybody, so I just wanted to hop on really quick and talk about a subject that I'm really passionate about, which is kindness. I think a lot of times in the world that we live in today, we focus a lot on what divides us rather than what unites us. And that's why I think it's more crucial than ever, especially right now, especially after elections and just racial tensions and, things that we've had between genders and sexes and everything, like all these things that divide us. I think it's more important now than ever to just be kinder to one another. And I know that may sound like, a pageant contestant saying like she just wants world peace, but I think that it is something that we can achieve, and it just starts with one person at a time. I don't know if you're anything like me, but when I'm watching the news or I'm scrolling through my Facebook feed or I'm looking on Snapchat or Instagram, anything that's just connecting me with the outer world, or even just talking with friends, I just hear so many negative stories, or I hear about bombing that's happening in another country or another world, natural disaster that's happened, or just drama that's happening in relationships between, among my friends. And it just becomes really difficult to stay hopeful. It becomes really difficult to know how you can make an impact. And I just want to say that this is why I'm so passionate about kindness, is because it is a simple way to make a really big impact, and it's something that every single one of us has the opportunity to be a part of. You don't have to have money, you don't have to have a ton of time, you don't have to have a whole community organization to be kind to one another, and very importantly, to be kind to yourself as well. All it takes is just one simple action. It could be a smile, could be holding the door open for somebody. My personal favorite is writing somebody you care about a letter of gratitude, just letting them know how much you appreciate them and thanking them for all they've done in your life. I think that is one of the most powerful acts of kindness that you can do. And I am actually, this coming up New Year's, what my resolution is going to be is writing 52 thank you notes over the year. So doing one every week of the year to a different person. So hopefully I will stick to that resolution. But I just think that, you never know what someone's going through, and a simple act of kindness can really make a big difference. I know that when I've been in low points in my life, just having that one person, whether it was like a cashier at a store, just actually genuinely ask me how I'm doing, or a friend reaching out and saying, how's it going, are you okay? One example, one day I was having just an awful day at work, and I left feeling very discouraged and upset, and I also just had some rough stuff happening in my personal life. So I came into my office the next day, and in dry erase marker all over my office windows, there was just compliments about me, and then they had taken the time to print out all the cool things that have happened while I've been at work, or just the time I've worked there, so it could be stuff in my personal life as well. And they cut out all of them and they put them on my windows to remind me about all the good that exists in my life, and then put a little card on my desk just thanking me for being a part of, their lives as well. And that completely turned around my day, completely turned around that day, my whole week. And I know that in turn, I ended up actually being more positive in the office, which affected all of their days and probably anybody that I interacted with as well. So I just want to say, just be kinder to each other and kinder to yourself. That's really where it starts, especially if you're a caretaker, if you're a nurse or a teacher or a social worker or a mom or a dad or anybody who's helping to take care of other people. Especially, it can be difficult to remember to take care of yourself. I think so often we see taking care of ourselves as something that's selfish, if I spend time, 30 minutes having a massage, or if I say to my family, I just need 10 minutes of quiet time, that I'm somehow being selfish. And it comes from that whole idea of you can't pour from an empty cup, and it's not being selfish, because if that cup of yours is empty, you're not able to give to the people around you. And I know, when I'm in a really bad mood, I am not kind to the people around me in the same way that I would be if I had taken that 10 minutes just to recharge. and just to take care of myself. So yeah, self-kindness is super important, doing kind acts for yourself, but also just treating yourself with some grace and self-compassion. Just imagine if you took all the things you said to yourself on a daily basis and you talked that way to every person in your life, how negative that would probably be. At least I know for me it would be. So, just treat yourself with some compassion. Like, think of yourself as the younger version of you or as your best friend, and how would you talk to that version of you? Just practice some grace with yourself, do some acts of kindness for yourself, and then in turn, spread that with other people around you. And that's the way that we're going to start this movement. It's the way we're going to create a kinder world. And it's going to be the way, for once, that we focus on what unites us rather than what divides us.